Welcome, hola, what's good? Hey, y'all, hey, you are tuned in to Circle Up with Amanda Herd. What's good, fam? Here we are, season 4 relationships. This is our last season of the year. Listen, 2021 has been wonderful. Thank you all so much for taking your time out throughout the week and tuning in, listening to each and every episode, just giving feedback. And thank you for grabbing some of those jewels that we leave behind and adding them to your life. I pray that those jewels have been extremely beneficial to you or someone that you're in reach with. Listen, season 4, relationships. This season, I get to have a co-host, my very own husband, Zac Herd. He has decided that he is going to stay the entire season and chit chat with us, right? He's going to share some of his jewels and some of his tools that he's gained in life along the process of relationships. I am so excited about this. I believe that this is going to be a very impactful season. I believe this season is going to allow you to open up some of those doors and really evaluate some of your relationships. You're going to re-evaluate some of those friendships. You're going to be looking at both sides. What are you bringing to the table? What are they bringing to the table? Is this something that we should continue? Is this a toxic ship? Is this something that is weighing me down, breaking me down? Am I being toxic to them? This is going to be a phenomenal episode. Not only are we going to dig deep in those areas, but we're also going to talk about the relationship between us in Christ. I am super excited about this. I cannot stress it enough. So here we are, episode 1, season 4, relationships. Grab your snacks, drinks, and chairs, and let's get ready to circle up. What's up? Here we are again. As I said, season 4, relationships. We have our co-host in the house, Zachariah. What's up, Zach?
How you doing? I need to get a co-hosting like saying what's good, and that's your thing.
It's all right. We can share that. What's good?
I need to get me something. Next time I'm on here, I'm gonna have me something so you can follow me. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of this great platform. I pray that God touch many through our message as we able to share, through our life experiences and through being a couple and just growing together to,
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really impactful season. Relationships, it just goes so deep. There's so much about it, but it's also so surfaced. What I love about it, So I believe this is going to be the season for people, I know if for nobody else, for myself, I love that we go through things, we process, we learn, and we grow. But then as you revisit it, it's like, oh wow, you learned something new. So that's exciting.
Yeah. Even when I'm thinking about relationships, when you announce this or when you introduce this season about relationships, it even made me look at myself like thinking about how I view relationships and what I feel about relationships and some of the relationships I do have. And then it kind of make you second guess even the relationships you have, your part in the relationship, the part of the other person in the relationship. So this is going to be good. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to learn. I'm really looking forward to encourage. I'm looking forward to be encouraged and definitely be inspired.
I agree. Likewise, it made me really reevaluate some of my relationships. And the one that was most exciting yet crazy was my relationship with God. And so I can't wait till we do the episode that starts talking about just the relationship between us and God, because that's going to be a really dope combo. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the season. It's like you want to get it all out at once, but there's not enough time in
Gotta
one
wait,
session.
gotta wait,
So
gotta wait.
y'all got to stay tuned.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna dive right in. You know what I was looking. We're dropping the kids off this morning to school, and we were talking about relationships. Just having our morning talk. We was talking about relationships, and the word ship really stuck out to me. The word ship, and we thought about the word ship, and then we dissected the word ship. And as we know, a ship can be like a boat, a large boat. But what's interesting about just being a ship alone is it's a body of things that gather together for a purpose. And so just that point all by itself, a large body of things that gather together for a purpose to sail, to go, to move forward, to advance. And so that part was interesting all to me right there. Just understanding that the ship um, purpose is to sail, is to move forward.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we get in ships, you know what I mean, that don't really move.
Sit still.
Exactly. So just
Anchored.
we're not even in the relation part
Right.
yet. But just the ship by itself and the definition of ship and what ships means and how it relates even in our lives, ship and then being in a body of water. And so the definition of a ship and what it represents, we can really need to take a close look at that in our lives and realize where we have our ship.
I love how you pulled that out and how that stuck out to you. That's the best part about having a co-host or somebody here with you, because a lot of times it's like just a single perspective, and then others have to be circled up with their group, and that's why I'm so encouraging. I'm always like, y'all circle up with y'all people and talk about this stuff, because the thing that stuck out to me most was relation, and something really unique about relation is it really kind of rises the surface of connection. And so to hear what stood out to him was the ship and how it's moving and forward and all that. And then for me to hear like the connection, it's just when you put them together, it's like, wow, like when you think about what's connecting me and this thing, what's holding me connected, and if this thing is that I'm connected to so dearly, if we're all packaged together in this one thing, it should be moving. That's right. If it's not moving, what is that telling me? And so I love that, because now I have a broader perspective to look at.
That's right. And even in what you said, I love that, how you got relation, because think about it too. In order to have relations, you have to kind of relate, And I think another thing that we try to do in our lives and in our everyday friendships and our everyday mentorships, in every way in life, period. We try to entangle ourselves with people. We call them our friends. We even call them our family sometimes, but we don't have relation, Right. We don't even relate, right. And so we try to build this thing out of what we want to see and what we want to happen. But in all naturality, if we really take a step back and look at it, we don't even relate, right. So therefore we shouldn't even, we don't have anything in common.
Yeah, there's nothing connecting us. Exactly. And so it's crazy how, the world has helped shape us or mold us to a place believing that we can call these type of unities some type of friendship, some type of, relationship. And really it's far from that. And that's why I love that we're going to talk about toxic ships too, because it kind of makes us believe that just because I've known you for some time, or just because I've known of you for some time, it holds me or holds us to this title. It binds us to this title, saying that we're in some form of relationship. We're not moving forward. We're not connected by no way. There's nothing that's mending us, but the world has its way of warping our minds, making us believe that because of that time, that this is what we are considered.
That's right. And I know we are going to save this one for later, but it just reminded me of when you're talking, it reminded me of when Christ came. Christ came and he gave his life. He gave his life not only, and sometimes we look at it like, well, he's the Son of God. He didn't have to go through what he went through, but he did. It was so necessary, because when God became man, oh man, I'm about to run right now. But when God became like us, he put on what we put on, and he wore what we wore, and he wore our feelings, and he wore our emotions, and he went through what we went through, and that was because so he can relate to us, because that's where we find our connection. Exactly, that's where we find our connection in Christ, because without him relating to us, there could be no relationship. So I praise God that God himself came down just to relate to man. Do you know what I mean? Like, Like, think about that. God himself, who is majesty, who's all power. He is God. He's amazing. He's awesome. He's holy. He comes down just to relate to us. And so that's why it's important. See, we got to say that. We got to say that because that's
No, this is the foundation of the whole episode. So it's good because he is the foundation of relationship, right? He's the one who showed us the format of how it should be. He gave us the formula of relationships. He was the example, and not only that, but he left all the instructions on how to do it. And so I don't know where it is in life that we got it twisted, but I think a lot of times with a lack of relationship with him, you know, we can't really follow through with the relationship in others.
That's right. I can totally relate to that, and I see that. We entangled ourselves with people, and these people, if we were down and out, they wouldn't get down there with us, you know. Right. And we call them out. We got a friendship, we got a relationship, and they say, "Oh yeah, you'll call me when you need me," right. But if you was to call them, they won't be there for you. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes because they don't understand where you are. You know, you have people that, when you advance in your life and God start moving in your life, and you start, you know, you doing things big, you're doing big things, and they can't even relate to that, so they can't even be happy for you. You know, so I praise God that now that this message, I hope that it reaches people to understand where are my relationships and what is a relationship, and how do I have a relationship? You know, how do I have a friendship? How do I have mentorship? How do I have any ship without Christ? And you can't.
Right. If it's not selling, is it safe to say if it's not selling, it's not a ship? If it don't sell, it ain't a ship.
Sell is not a ship. You know, and that's good. If it don't sell, it's not a ship. So if you friends with your boy, I don't care how long he's been your boy, but if y'all sitting there and he's sitting there and you don't motivate him and he don't motivate you, it's not a ship. It don't sell, it don't advance. And so we gotta look around ourselves. We gotta look around our surroundings and say, God, who in my life are just here? Who in my life are here for me to inspire? Who in my life are here for to inspire me? And who can I depend on? Who can I depend on to have a relationship with? Because God made us. See, this is awesome. God created us to have a relationship. That's why even when he made Adam, later he came and made Eve, because he said it wasn't good for man to be alone. So it's important that we have relationship. So relationship is very important in our lives. Is very vital to the human relationship. So we have to understand. But until we can dig down deep and dissect and understand what relationship is, we can never get it. So we can never really walk in our purpose when we don't understand the idea of relationship.
Right. I agree with that strongly. I agree with that fully. I'm just thinking, and I'm sitting here thinking about how many times have I been the one at fault in relationship? How many times have I thrown the anchor out there and stopped the ship from sailing? You know, it wasn't my entire life that I've always been that good friend, that good, you know, just partner, that good, you know, sometimes I've had friends, or I've had people that I was connected to in some form, way or another, and it was me that was stopping the ship from going. And looking back at it now, I mean, dang, the only word that's coming to my mind is selfish. Like, how selfish of me was that? And a lot of it came from like lack of knowledge, lack of understanding, but still, it is what it is. You know, there's no excuse for it. There's so many people that I've called, you know, a friend. I've said they were, you know, this is my friend. We have this friendship, we have this bond, but I rarely check in on them. You know, I rarely push them. I rarely encourage them. I rarely, like, when they're there cheering me on, it's all about me and I'm excited and I'm going. But when it's their turn, not that I hated their grind, because a lot of times it wasn't even the fact that I wasn't happy for them but I was so focused on what I was doing and what I was doing only, that I didn't put time or effort into the other part of it. And so that's a big thing in relationship. I think intimacy, and not to go deep into anything sexual, but intimacy and personal, intimacy and
getting close. And you know what people don't understand is this. anybody who's listening, it's not that if you're not doing these things, you're not good for a relationship.
Right.
Because sometimes things has to be taught.
Right.
But what we don't understand is being in a relationship is a responsibility. Do you understand what I mean? Like just as Christ had a responsibility to the church, we have a responsibility also to him. We have a responsibility to be in relations with him. And so when you have friends or when you have family, when you have a husband, when you have a wife, you have a responsibility. So anytime you have a relationship with anyone, that it calls for a responsibility. And so if you are in a relationship with anyone, if you can find yourself in a relationship with anyone, check your responsibilities or check their responsibilities when it comes to you. And it's not too late. You know what I mean? We learn every day. It's not too late. If you find yourself like, hey, I'm not the most supportive friend. Hey, I'm not the most supportive, daughter. I'm not the most supportive father. I'm not the most supportive mother in my relationships. Find those places and go back and say, okay, because you're my friend. And not only you're my friend, but we're in a relationship. I owe you something. I owe you to care for you. I owe you to be there for you. I owe you to help you move forward in your life.
What can we do to make this ship sail?
Exactly.
Right. That's so good. That's so good. And so, as you guys know, this is the foundation of relationship. This is the first episode. So we just want to kind of lay the ground of what we're going to be talking about. We don't want to get too deep right now. We want you guys to be on the edge of your seat and wait for what's to come. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to dig deep into. Relationship holds so much. It holds trust. It holds responsibility. It holds communication. It holds intimacy. It's about connection. It's about selling and pushing each other forward. So we definitely want you guys to stay tuned and keep up with us. It's going to be a very, very worthwhile season. It's going to be good.
Yes. And I need to find my thing. Help me find my thing. If you're a listener, join us on Facebook, join us on Instagram, join us on YouTube. YouTube us, drop box in the box. I don't know how to say it, but let me know what should be my, what you call it? My saying.
Yeah, you're better off with saying, because if you ask me what you call it, I'll make up a word quick. I will make something up quick.
So we love you, we enjoy you, and we just hope you all continue to be blessed.